Hi Destructoid, it's Holly Bennett here. We're talking about one of the biggest announcements that we've seen here at Level Up, and that was SoulCalibur V has finally been announced, the one that everyone was kind of speculating, but it's here, and we are going to finally talk about it. Now, this game is set a little bit more in the future than the last one. Give us a little bit about the story. What can you tell us?
Yes, SoulCalibur V is taking place 17 years after SoulCalibur IV, so we will have a brand new story, including some characters from SoulCalibur IV and some new characters for SoulCalibur V.
So, what was the idea for setting it in the future? Why did you want to change the game and change the characters in that way? What was the idea behind, let's put it, 17 years?
SoulCalibur IV からもう発売してから今
So between SoulCalibur IV and SoulCalibur V, there's going to be 4 or 5 years, and this time there have been a lot of fighting games that have been released with new features, new online features and everything. So we felt like we needed to update the new SoulCalibur according to the market and according to the needs of the fans. Besides, between SoulCalibur 1 and SoulCalibur 4, we added a lot of new features. Some of them were good, some of them were less good. So we needed to sort this all out and do a new SoulCalibur. So that's why we decided to put it 17 years later. That way we could renew some of the characters and we could renew the fighting system.
That's an interesting one, the fighting system. Now, you guys have spoken to us already, the press, a couple of days ago, and you said there have been some changes. Can we talk a little about the fighting style and the changes that we'll see?
So the new fighting system has the keywords lighter, faster and sharper. The objective of this is not to have on the screen the fights that are happening like lightning fast. It's not the goal. The goal is to have the game more easy to play. When you push a button, you have the technique going out right away. So that is why this is what we are focusing on.
Now, one thing that's also new is the soul swords. They've gone from being the massive sword they were holding, and something new has happened. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because obviously it's a massive feature of the game.
So concerning SoulCalibur and Soul Edge swords, of course from SoulCalibur 1 to SoulCalibur 4 it was this big, huge 2 meters long swords wielded by Siegfried and Nightmare, and they would use it and bam, they would fight with it, and it was like a loop for each SoulCalibur. It was always the same thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just that maybe the players are maybe tired of it now, so the idea was to create something brand new. So we changed the appearance of the 2 swords, and we also changed the person who wields it. So basically Siegfried has retired, and we have introduced new characters, new sword, to create a new appeal to the story.
もう一回そのソウルキャリバーソウルエッジは何っていうところですね、説明しようと思っています。
Two things that my community really wanted to know. One, create a character mode. Will it be back, and will they have their own endings? Now, the second one I want to know was, we've seen other characters from other games in previous ones. They want to know, will there be new characters from other games in this one?
So in the SoulCalibur series there are 4 points that are important, which is, well, the fighting at itself, the online mode, the character creation mode, and the guest characters. So of course this is part of the identity of SoulCalibur, so I can promise you that you will have those features in SoulCalibur V. Now concerning the details, we won't have, concerning the character creation mode, something exactly like SoulCalibur IV. We are trying to change things and bring some novelty to the system. Unfortunately I can't tell you more right now, but there will be something. And concerning the guest characters, in SoulCalibur IV there was Yoda and Darth Vader, and the fans were very surprised to have it, so I can assure you that you will be surprised this time as well.
But no, thank you so much. Wonderful interview. I know the Destructoid community have been really excited, and ever since it got announced, it's the one they've wanted to see the most of, so thank you so much. It's been an honour. Destructoid, keep watching the front page. We have plenty more news and everything else coming up for you as well.